question for men.
You see, I feel like men are no longer interested in dating. They're not even trying.
Why do you guys think that's the case? Let me know your answer in the comments.
I just saw a video where women got asked like if they would want to live on a planet with only women. And everybody was like enthusiastic and yes, I would actually like that. Then they go and ask men if they wanted to live on a planet with only men. And everybody was like, fuck no. So even men don't like men. Huh.
So I, for whatever reason, have just felt a desire to date, to go on dates, get to know people, have fun, whatever, chase my joy. Very quickly, I've realized from Hinge that people are looking for pen pals. I don't want a pen pal. I don't give a fuck what you did today. I don't give a fuck to tell you about what I did today. If you're not going to ask me out, leave me alone. Literally leave me alone.
Stop it. Get some help.
Do you know that moment when you've got the first date and you just cannot be arsed? I literally want to lock myself in the car because I don't want to go. But here we are. You got to do it. I just cannot be arsed to tell someone, some stranger, about my life again. Ugh. I don't want to go. It starts in 2 minutes. I have to be there in 2 minutes. Honestly, I just want my future husband to come and knock at my door and say, hello, I'm your future husband and I'm here to take you out.
Ladies, just like the man that likes you. I repeat, just like the man that likes you. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't like this man that keeps texting me, right? I don't like him at all. But he will not stop and he will not leave me alone. He wanted to take me to a spa and give me a massage. He came up with this idea because I'm currently detoxing and he was like, I just want to make it like a relaxing, calming day for you. What if we go get massages? I said, okay, great, because I just wanted to get a free massage. Hear me out though. Meanwhile, I have no interest in this man. He's not my type. I would never go for him in real life. Just not me. Like that's not my scene. But again, I wanted the free massage. So I'm like, okay, I'll go. I just got back. Y'all, I showed up to this date. Hair not done, makeup, no makeup. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I don't care if you like me. I gave attitude on the way there. I just was like, I just want to get the massage and go home. This man took me to the nicest resort spa in Dallas, brand freaking new. I had to sign a waiver for the massage. On the waiver form, it told me how much he paid for these massages. $500. $500. There's a sauna, there's a massage, there's hot tubs, there's anything your literal heart desires. There's alcohol, no drinking girly, but there's alcohol for him. There is so much in there, like everything your heart desires. It was the most amazing experience I have ever had on a first date. He was so nice and he was kind. He was respectful, didn't try anything with me. I'm sitting here in awe and I'm like, everyone knows I'm on a detox. My family knows, my close personal friends know. You have to know, like, I can't go on dates. I can't do much. I can't golf. I'm very low energy. So like, you have to know because like, you want to go out to eat? No, I can't. And I'm getting the massage. And all I'm thinking in my head while this lady's giving me a massage is no man that I like, in love with, my man would ever do this for me. They would never. Most of them, if not the most important one, knows I'm on a detox, knows I'm on a cleanse. Has he offered to do anything like this? No. He's like, oh yeah, good luck. This man, stranger, doesn't even know me, paid $500 for a first date because he wanted to make my life better because he was like, I know you're probably struggling with the detox. I know it's probably stressful. I know it's hard. I'm going to make sure you have a better day today. I texted my best friend because I called her this morning and I'm like, I don't want to go. Y'all, I was 20 minutes late to the date because I was dragging ass because I literally did not want to go. I called my best friend. I don't want to go. She's like, just go. I called her after and I said, he ate. Like this eats. He ate. He did what he had to do. Like I texted him after and I was like, thank you so much Like, that was so amazing. I'm sorry, $500 on a first date? Yeah, you got my attention. Good work, good work, good work. Like who likes you. Moral of the story.
Oh, hell no!
This last woman, I can guarantee you that the guy who dropped $500 on that first date isn't going to get anywhere with her. Just watching how she forced herself to go out with him makes it clear she's not interested at all. She's not attracted to him. Like we've always said, genuine attraction is non-negotiable. She might like how he treats her or whatever, but it doesn't work that way with women. Maybe it does with men, but not with women. They go off emotions. And this woman saying she wants to live in a world without men. I'd love to see her working in bathroom waste, unclogging toilet pipes in a building, or handling high-voltage cables. They want a world without men, but live in one that's been built, maintained, and kept running by them. Brothers, they're living in a bubble. More and more every day they're running into the wall. And that's why they're mad about dating. Because men are choosing peace over chaos.
It is so alarming to see the shortage of good-looking men in Toronto. Every woman I know, my friends, whether it's someone I see on the street, gorgeous, successful, emotionally literate, exfoliated, in therapy, hydrated, goes to Pilates, and just like 10 out of 10, you know? And then you look at the men. Like the ratio of hot men to hot women is so off. The factory that used to make good, attractive, emotionally stable men like shut down in 2015. Not even a dating pool anymore. It's a puddle. It's a puddle. All the women, literally 10 out of 10s with degrees, with ambition, with good careers, everything, like literally the entire table. And then nothing from the men. Like we are in a crisis. Zoran Mamdani, solve this issue, and then make the city affordable.
If you're actively dating or you're in a relationship, you need to stop and watch this video. Paying 100% of the bills don't make you more of a man. Paying 50% of the bills with your significant other don't make you less of a man. I've been both of those men before. And me right now paying 100% of the bills, I feel no different than when I was paying 50% of the bills with my wife. As long as that woman loves you, know you, she knows that you're giving 110%. You're doing the best that you can right now. Of course, eventually she's going to want you to do better and be better because most women date men off the potential that they will become better than she met you today. But she will understand that you're doing your best. Most of us are everyday average Joes. A lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck. Some of us are living a paycheck behind. We're taking out payday loans. So if a woman come into your life and just demand you to pay 100% of the bills and your finances don't say I can pay 100% of the bills, then clearly that's just not the woman for you. You got to meet people where they at. Of course, you want them to be better tomorrow than they was today. But if that's what she's demanding out of you and that's not what your pockets and your finance say right now, just not the woman for you. Like I said, most women date men off their potential. You think when Jeff Bezos was in that garage with the Amazon sign, he was able to pay all the bills? But his woman seen what he could be. That potential. And she didn't give up on him when he was in that garage. Now he can buy 1 billion garages. Like literally, before I was able to pay all the bills, I was at a job for 2 years. I lost my job. I was out of work for 2 months. Thank God I saved up money and I was able to pay bills for the next 2 months when I was out of work. And I got a great job and I'm able to pay all the bills. But let's say my wife would have left me when I was down on my luck, which a lot of women do. A lot of women leave men soon as the rain come, thinking that the sun not going to shine again. And now she stayed with me when I was at one of my lowest points. And now we both shining together. And I'm able to pay 100% of the bills. She don't have to worry. She don't have to stress. She don't have to, oh, I got to wait 2 weeks till my next paycheck to pay. I got it. Oh, I got it. Anything, I got it. Because when I didn't have it, you were still with me. So when I got it, I'ma still be with you. 10 toes down.
It's only women who say stuff like they're a 10 out of 10, when in reality, dating apps literally rank your attractiveness and show you men who are at your level. If none of them seem good-looking to you, well, that's where you're at, princess. About what that guy said, only kids, women, and animals are loved unconditionally. Men are only valued for what they bring to the table. Let me be clear. I do think the man should pay on the first date, but a first date should be something like coffee, something that doesn't cost you a lot, not a $500 bill. Once you're actually in a relationship, once you're living together, it's different. At that point, finances are handled as a couple. You, as the man, are probably going to cover more, and it's rarely a 50-50 split. Now, if you lose your job and your woman supports you through that time, brother, protect that queen. Because out of 10 men who lose their jobs, 9 get left by their women. After 3 months, that guy starts to stink to her. She doesn't even want to be intimate anymore. So if your woman takes over the bills while you're down, man, cherish her. And when you get back on your feet, give her everything. Because she weathered the storm with you and stood firm. Trust me, very few will do that. That woman truly loves you. Now let's check out some interesting comments. Yes, like I don't want to be your pen pal, I want to go on a date. I'd argue Hinge in 2019 was amazing. 2022 was decent, not great. And then in 2025, it's truly a scary place. I just figured that the problem was I'm over 30 now, loudly crying face. That's how I also feel. 1. Most decent men of my age group are in a relationship. 2. The ones left are mentally unstable trashy dudes. 3. The rest have Peter Pan syndrome and forget that they are also in their 30s. It's just me. I don't think life is worth living without women. But funny enough, women have a hard time living with women too. Lesbian divorces are way higher than gay men divorce rates. Just a little thing to put into the mix. I am 46, same job for 20 years, university degree, mortgage-free, good savings, never married, no children, but I am still single because my looks are not 10 out of 10. I think you are great, but I cannot meet your expectations. My male friends tell me the same about Toronto women grinning face with sweat. Guess Toronto is not for dating grinning face with sweat. I suppose we men should apologize for existing grinning face with sweat. Looks fade fast. I would prioritize trying to find someone that you can connect with and that will be there for you when life gets tough. Because it will. Good-looking men are low-key not going out, just work gym home. Women want the bears, and we want you to subscribe and help us hit 1,000 likes on this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion in the comments. It's important to us. Alright then, let's get back to the video.
The actual #1 best tip I have ever taken from the internet when it comes to relationships is being more self-absorbed and more self-focused. And I think a lot of women can relate to this. Like, as women, we have this like natural tendency to like make our whole lives and our whole state of like our mental state all about the person that we're with. Like, I'm constantly thinking about them, constantly daydreaming, constantly thinking, when am I going to see them next? Like, my whole world revolves around this other person, or did at least when I was younger. And as I'm getting older and understanding dynamics better, the #1 tip for me has been turning the focus right back to me. If you want to learn how to do this, the best person to watch is Shira 7. Someone will ask her like, well, what if my man's like going partying? What if my man doesn't like me anymore? I feel like the spark's fading. She's like, so do you still like him? Does he worry what you're doing? Like, everything should be about you. And no one's saying don't care about your partner. That's, like, not how this should be taken. But it's more like the focus shouldn't be so much about what they're doing, who they're seeing, who they're hanging out with. It should be what you're doing, who you're seeing. Like, the focus should just be about you and what you're doing. And this is especially true if you're one of those anxious girlies that is, like, constantly stressing about her man and, like, worried and maybe not as trusting. Like, focus on you. Like, be a little bit more superficial. Focus more on you. It takes a little bit of rewiring your brain to think this way, but once you do, trust me, it's the most peaceful thing on planet Earth.
The first time that I was seriously on Hinge was in 2022. I went on so many dates. I met so many new people. I was active. I was consistently matching with people, talking to people, whatnot. 3 years later, the next time that I've been actively on Hinge, like constantly checking the app every day, every other day, is currently in 2025. The way that the app and the people's behavior on the app has changed so much is crazy to me. I made a video the other day saying that I had 3 different dates set up last week. Every single one of them canceled. And it got me thinking of how my experience in 2025 on Hinge has compared to my experience in 2022. I do want to say I do live in a different city. In 2022, I lived in Seattle and now I live in London. However, I feel like the patterns that I've been noticing and like the differences between 2022 and 2025 are more representative of the time versus like a city comparison. 2022, I was easily able to set up 1 to 2 dates per week, no problem. There was bad behavior, but it wasn't as rampant as it is now. I can't remember a single time where I actually had a date cancel on me, let alone 3 in 1 week. It made me realize that like bigger than just Hinge, bigger than just dating, relationships, dating apps, there is a canceling epidemic. Hinge is just one of the places that we see this play out.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Okay, wait, is it just me or is it kind of cool now to not have a boyfriend? Like before, I feel like if you had a boyfriend, you'd be like so excited to post him. Now it's like not cool to post your boyfriend. And then if you think about it, like if you meet a girl and if she says she has a boyfriend, you're like, oh, it's almost like you'd be cooler if you didn't have a boyfriend. Every now and then in some girls' vlogs, you'll see like a hand, maybe a back or like something, but like no one's out here like, this is my boyfriend, this is my man. Like that's not cute. No, I kind of just like love that like the tables have turned and we're just like, yeah, we're good. You can just like keep that to yourself. Or I also just love girls who have boyfriends, but like you would never know. And then they're like, oh yeah, my boyfriend. And you're like, oh, I had no idea you had a boyfriend. Like I love that that's not your entire personality.
You know why it feels like you're living in the era of cancellation? Because men have started spotting women like you, women who just want to go on dates. If you joined in 2022 and were going out all the time, and now in 2025 no one's inviting you anywhere, what does that tell you? It tells you most men are figuring out the modern woman's game. She just wants free food. She's not really looking for a partner, because if she was, she wouldn't be going on so many dates. That whole ego thing, most women today are narcissistic. They only think about what benefits them. That's why when they break up with a man, they say things like, I wasted my time, I gave you my best years, or I bring my presence. In other words, everything revolves around them. That's why you don't see many of them celebrating their relationships anymore or posting about their boyfriends. Because it's all about them. Just look at social media. The guy posts pictures with his girlfriend, and the woman, in the same place, posts a selfie. That tells you everything. And don't forget jealousy. Nowadays they even steal their friends' boyfriends. Because a woman's worst enemy is usually another woman.
Women.
I was just thinking about this. I don't know why, but like some women dead ass are attracted to men that are smaller than them. Like that literally makes me want to die so bad. If I can't look at you and you don't look like you could kill a motherfucker, no. But then there's like these girls that are like in love with guys like Timothy Chamoy Pickle, whatever his last name is, and they like are dead ass like attracted to that, and I'm genuinely so confused because I'm like, bro, if you can't or someone, I mean, it must be something in the water because I'm like, why do you not want to be with a man that like you look at them and you're like, yeah, he could fucking kill someone if it came down to it. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
So I saw something rather troubling today, and it was on this post right here. And that's not what was troubling. It was the most popular comment that happened to be on that video. Let's take a look at that. And unfortunately, it came as no surprise whatsoever of how popular that comment was. Over 6,000 people, in fact, almost 7,000 people liked that comment and apparently agree with that idea. And a person really has to ask themselves, what is wrong with a lot of people? Why would any person ever celebrate such a thing or encourage that in another human being? There is a serious disconnect out there with a lot of individuals in regards to reality and their humanity. And it is more important now than ever that men especially speak up about their mental health. It is very important because misandry is an ever-growing popular trend, and it is very real, and it does so much more than hurt feelings. But apparently, that's being celebrated. It's time we put a stop to this.
Let's be for real. If you have had kids, you're an NPC. Or if you're planning to have a kid, you're an NPC. If you have had kids but you kind of regret it, you're like, I'm so sorry to my kids. I feel so bad for having these kids. Then you're awake, and that's good. It's a good sign. You can face yourself and your fucking mistakes. But if you know deep down that it's not the right thing, but you won't admit it, you're still an NPC. But especially if you're having kids now, you're definitely an NPC.
Fuck up, you crazy bitch whore!
Hot take, but many women actually do seek the validation of men. And there's nothing wrong with it, it's just that as women, we are taught that our worth depends on the validation from a random dude, until we question that. And believe me that I have been there, and it was not easy to admit that to myself. But it's not a conscious choice, it's rather a pattern of worrying when he might text back, or wanting to be liked by that hot dude, or being scared of being disliked. And it is because deep down, we believe that our worth depends on someone else. That's exactly why I do what I do, because every single woman deserves the best partner, a healthy body, a peaceful life, whatever it is that you desire, you deserve it. And not enough women can see that. But I think it should be the standard, and not the standard being the bare minimum.
Misandry among women is on the rise. This is the toxic side of feminism, that brainwashing given to women that now has them saying the world would be better off without men, or that they don't care about male loneliness. That's ironic coming from the group that talks about it the most, since it's mostly women who do. But it's shocking, because wishing harm on an entire group just because some can't find a partner is brutal brainwashing. Just look at how that girl demeans a man for being short, as if all tall men were dangerous. I don't know if she's looking for safety, but what's truly dangerous is when they start belittling women who choose to be mothers and try to make them feel bad about the decisions they made. That always comes from lonely, sad women nobody wants. And like the last woman, they always have this speech in their heads that they deserve the best, because we all deserve the best, without contributing anything or making an effort to have a good relationship.
Anybody else's boyfriend makes 3 racks of ribs on a Monday after he works and churro cheesecake cookies. Can I have a cookie?
Rachel is the first one that has to get one because she wanted them. She's been dead.
Rachel's our 6-year-old daughter.
Yeah, I made those cookies because she wanted me to, and I wanted her to feel special. So she gets to have the first one, so she feels special. You can't have it.
That makes sense. That's very nice.
This is so messed up because that dad spent time making something special for his daughter, and the mom knowingly gets in the way of it by stealing a cookie. And let's be clear, it's not because she really wanted a cookie. She could have made her own cookies or gone to the store. The mom did this intentionally, which indicates that she wanted to prevent that moment, that core memory of her daughter feeling unconditional love from her father.
The ways in which a man is capable of switching up on you after a breakup needs to be genuinely studied, because what is that? I was dating a guy at one point for almost 2 years, and, you know, I was the love of his life, I was his future wife, I was this, I was that, he saw everything with me, I was his boo, whatever. Fast forward to almost 2 years later, he breaks up with me because he had a lot going on. His dog died 8 years ago, daylight savings time, I don't even know. Less than 72 hours after he broke up with me, he was booed up with my best friend of 8 years. I'm not making that up.
You know what's wild? Nearly every productivity system, every morning routine, even the 9-to-5 workday was designed around a man's hormonal cycle. not yours. If you're a woman or were assigned female at birth, your body doesn't work that way. A man's testosterone cycle rises in the morning, peaks midday, and drops at night. That cycle repeats every 24 hours. If you were born with a uterus, however, your hormone system goes through a 28-day cycle, give or take. Sometimes it's a little bit longer or shorter. Your productivity is tied to that. And if you're exhausted and burned out, you're not failing. You probably just don't understand the way your body works. Not to mention, this capitalistic society was not made for you. Work, 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 be a machine. Not good for you. Estrogen, progesterone, luteinizing hormone, these things shape how your energy and productivity are going to look. And they change when you need rest. When we try to live every day like you should feel the same, our bodies rebel. Fatigue, burnout, anxiety, PMS that gets worse every cycle. It's not just being hormonal, you're out of rhythm. You aren't lazy or inconsistent, you just have a cycle. Follow along for the rest of this series where we learn how to work with this instead of against this.
Imagine spending hours in the kitchen preparing something special, just so your 6-year-old daughter can feel her father's love. And your own partner, out of pure envy or insecurity, sabotages that moment in front of everyone. That's not stealing a cookie. It's stealing a memory of unconditional love from your daughter. If your best friend of 8 years steals your boyfriend 72 hours after you break up, the problem isn't him or how fast he moved on. The problem is you trusted a snake for 8 years. Choose your circle better, because you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Now it turns out the problem isn't a lack of discipline, but that capitalist society was designed by men. Funny, when they want equal pay, capitalism is justice. When it's time to perform equally, suddenly it's biological oppression. They just don't know what they want. Let's check out some interesting comments from these videos. Nobody deserves nothing. Everything is earned. Anything you get unearned should be a red flag, and if it's ignored, don't cry when you get cheated on. To all my brothers, you matter, you have a purpose, that is why you're still here. You survived all the darkest hours you never thought you would. Don't let hateful people and women tear you down. Men's mental health have been brushed aside and ignored for way too long. They hurt just as much as girls. As someone struggling with their own head, this is sad. There are a million systems and avenues to help women, next to none for men. We are supposed to just deal with it and carry on. 20 years later, the mother is upset her daughter has gone no contact. I will never understand mothers who compete with their daughters. Glad my mom is not like that. I remember when my ex said she was jealous of her daughter because I loved her. Our daughter. A lot of people missing that the moment he was trying to share was also for him. Even if the daughter wouldn't know, he would know, because she stole it from him after he told her it was important to him. He literally put his daughter above his wife. There should be a hierarchy in a family, parents first, then kids. You're teaching kids to be spoiled and disrespectful. My wife does this. It is getting on my nerves. Too much competition for no reason, and all I ask is why. He explained clearly, and she wanted just to destroy this moment just by egoism. It'd make me real mad in the second, so much that all house would wake up at once. Women want the bears, and we want you to subscribe and help us hit 1,000 likes on this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion in the comments. It's important to us. Alright then, let's get back to the video.
Okay, so this is for the girls, and this is not to say that it doesn't also work both ways and that a woman could also do this, but this is just for women. How a man acts when he's single is so much more of a reflection of his character than how he acts in a relationship. Just because he's a loyal man and he's just a great man when he's in a relationship doesn't mean he's a good person. And I could be wrong. Disclaimer, bro. I'm 19 years old. I don't know shit. I could be completely wrong. But hear me out, okay? This is a theory of mine. Okay, wait. When a man is in a relationship, he's driven... He's held back / driven by rules, boundaries, and the respect and love he has for his significant other. So he could easily, there are good men out there in relationships. I'm not really speaking for the men who are like, I don't know, it could be both. But just because he's a great man in a relationship doesn't mean he's a good man to marry. Okay? When men are single, they are held back by nothing but their own moral compass. They're held back by nothing but their own boundaries that they create for themselves. if they are like, oh, he's such a player, he lies, he's deceitful, he's overly lustful, overly sexual, has sex with multiple women at a time, lies to women, hurts women, and it's all just because he's single and he can do what he wants and yada yada, whatever the fuck. No, he's just a bad person. How are you a bad person when you're single, but you're a good person when you're in a relationship? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So hear me out. I'm thinking marriage down the line. Let's say you choose this amazing man, right? You're choosing this amazing man to marry. 10 years go down. You have kids. You have so many kids. It's still going great. But now you're 20, 30 years down, right? Marriages are very rocky. You have good times and bad times. It's completely normal. But let's say you're going through a super, super rocky time. And maybe it's like a month, a few months, or maybe a year of really bad rockiness. And both of your respect and love for each other starts to fade a little bit. And I know it sounds sad, but it's very common. It's very, very common. And it's pretty natural for there to be, like, after so many years, it's natural for there to be fluctuations, right? But naturally, that love and respect fades from both of you, right? But this man is driven by his love and respect for you. That's what's making him a good person right now. That's what's making him a good man right now. If that love and respect fades, his character when he's single is going to pop out. Because now that he's not driven by his love and respect for you anymore, he's now only driven by his own moral compass, which does not exist. He doesn't have one. So with that being said, even though your love and respect might fade out the relationship, you still were a good person as a single person. You still have a moral compass that you live by, and you're still respectful no matter what. It's just you. That's your character. That's why it's so important to know what type of person they are when they're single. And then you're going to be 20, 30 years down the line, like, how did this happen? How did I get dogged out so bad after so many kids, so many years, so much shared memories, so much love, so much trust that had to be built? How could this happen to me? I see it all the time. I see it all the time. It happened with my mom and my dad. You know what I mean? Like, and that's my theory. Take it or leave it. I will not be marrying a man who I know was a terrible person when he was single. Do with that information what you will.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
She's speaking purely from imagination. She's 19 and already labeling and disqualifying men like she's got a PhD in life. But the worst part is she makes a 4-minute video to say absolutely nothing useful. If that's your selection criteria, I can already imagine your choice. The current Chad, the one you'll give your best years to, only to confirm, 15 years later, the theory you just made up today. In short, a teenager with no real experience just discovered that men aren't saints and thinks that makes her a philosopher. Spoiler, the only thing she's discovered is that she'll also be a statistic in a few years. Because, princess, keep applying that infallible criteria. A few years from now, let us know how it went marrying the reformed womanizer who, conveniently, after taking you for a ride on the carousel, ends up leaving you at the wall. As everyone knows, the wall doesn't forgive.
So I have a question for all men. I was at beach tennis yesterday and I got not one, but 3 DMs from 3 different guys saying, hey, I saw you at beach tennis yesterday. I would love to ask you on a date. And I'm like, why didn't they come up to me? And the answer I usually get when I ask guy friends is they're intimidated, but I don't know if that's it. I'm 5'3". Like, I'm a small girl. I'm not big. I'm not scary. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Why aren't men going up to women anymore? I don't get it. Did the feminist movement scare you guys? Are men in their feminine era? Like, I'm just truly curious as to why men don't go up to women. And yeah, I just need to know. And my friends have the same issue going on. And I don't understand. I think it's so much less effort to just come up to me in person and ask me rather than looking up my Instagram and finding my Instagram and DMing me.
I want to know, when is too early to start lying about your age? So essentially, I've been on 2 trips recently. I was the oldest on the Antigua trip, and then this trip just gone. I think me and Gemma were both the same age, like 33, 34. We were both saying that everyone is always surprised when we say our ages. Everyone always thinks that I'm 27, 28. I get ID'd a lot. So what I'm asking is, when is the right time to start lying about my age? I don't know, because I identify as like 27 maybe in my head. So I feel like, could I just start now? Is 33 too early to start lying about my age? Could I just start identifying as 27? What's the rule?
You would not believe. Oh my God. Ew. I just went on such a bad date. Oh my God. So there's this guy who like has liked me in college and stuff. And like we graduated and whatever. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like we can go have lunch, right? So like we went to Buffalo Wild Wings together and it was fine. He's really awkward and he was like shaking like the whole time and stuff. We get in the car and like I'm like, okay, well I gotta go. So he like takes me home. I think he's like still outside. Ew. He's out there. Ew, oh my God. Okay, wait. So when I catch you up, I just told him to go. So, we like, I was here, I was at my house, like he had just dropped me off. He said, listen, like, I'm still frisky. Can you lift up your shirt? I said, what? He's like, yeah, like, I just really want to see what you look like under your shirt. I said, no, I'm so sorry, no. He's like, well, no one's gonna see. I was like, I'm not doing that. And he's like, well, we can go inside and you can do it in there. I was like, no, sorry. I gotta go. Like, I have a call. And he's like, well, can I at least cop a feel? I'm not even shitting you. He said that. I cannot believe what I just witnessed. And now, I thought he drove away. He pulled back in and he knocked on my door. He was waiting out there. And I said he needs to go. I cannot believe that this just happened.
So a few weeks ago, a guy told me that I was too high maintenance, or too high maintenance for him, because I have standards and I did not want to go on some low effort, low value date that he had planned. Actually, he didn't have anything planned. He wanted to go for like a coffee at dinner time. And I politely declined because I have standards. So he said, well, you're too high maintenance for me anyway. And I was okay with that because I know what I want and I'm not settling. And this is the message I'm projecting out to the universe. Like, I'm not settling, so I'm not going to go on a low effort, low value date when I know someone out there will happily meet my standards. And what do you know? The next guy that asked me out lives in a different city. And what did he do? He booked a flight, came to my city, booked a hotel in the nicest hotel in my city, spent 5 days here trying to get to know me, taking me out to nice restaurants, nice activities, just because he liked me. And this just shows why you should never settle for an option that you're not comfortable with and you're not happy with. And if someone calls you high maintenance because you don't want to settle, then so be it, because there is someone out there that would absolutely be happy to go above and beyond and meet any need that you have. It just becomes a matter of what you're okay to settle for.
Stop it. Get some help.
She says she shouldn't settle, but the world runs on actions and results. That guy who spent thousands on flights, hotels, and restaurants just to meet you, what did he get in the end? Exactly the same as the guy who took you out for coffee. Nothing. The difference is, the coffee guy didn't get scammed. Because you're not looking for a relationship, you're just chasing photos in expensive Miami spots for your Instagram. You belong to the streets. Here's another interesting fact. Starting around 29, a lot of women start lowering their age because they don't want to admit they're already crashing into the wall. And no, men aren't afraid of feminism or the feminine era. The truth is, nowadays you never know what you're going to get. Maybe a kind woman, or maybe someone rude who causes a scene in public and records it for TikTok. As for that guy on the date, I don't know if the story is true. That creator tells a lot of tales. But if it is, that man needs to check himself. That kind of behavior is unacceptable and not what a gentleman does. I don't condone that.
Men love a challenge. And the first thing you need to understand about that is he should not be challenging to you. You should be challenging to him. You're not being difficult. You're being hard to attain, hard access. He doesn't just come to you. You would not just go into the White House straight up. Okay. Like there are security measures, there are protocols, and that should be with you. Now let's get to the fun part. Okay. You need to be as difficult as possible to attain. Nothing this man can do will give him full access to you. And even if he gets the full access, it's only for that moment. And then in that moment, you can get up at any point and change your mind. That keeps him behaved. Do you understand? If you think at any moment that the person in front of you is going to get up and walk out because they're not entertained, you're going to make sure that you're good at entertaining. Okay, that's what it is. That man should always entertain you. His actions should be generous and kind and loving towards you. And on top of that, you should always be entertained. If you're not entertained, do not play nice. I never ever, and I teach my clients this, I coach, to be easy, to be nice. Was that supposed to be funny if he tells a joke and you don't think it's funny? Was that supposed to be funny? Was that a joke? Yeah. Oh. I didn't find it funny. You're going out on a date. He takes you somewhere. I don't know. He does something at home, whatever. Was that? I'm not entertained. This is really not fun. I'm not having a good time. I think I might just go home. I don't know. I might go take a nap or something. I'm not entertained. You can just say it. This is not fun anymore. I'm not having a good time. Oh, well, what is it that you want? Can you do more? Like, what else? What else do you have? It's kind of like when someone gives you a snack and they promised you dinner. You're going to say, well, do you have more food? I'm hungry. You're saying it like that. Do you have more entertainment? I'm bored. I can follow if you loved it. I also coach, link in bio. I love it. I have too much fun with you gals. I literally have too much fun.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
I do not get dressed up for the gym for male validation. I do it for female validation, because if a woman comes up to me and goes, you look really nice. Oh my God, I love your outfit. Oh my God, your hair, whatever it is, day made. However, if a man comes up to me and goes, oh, you look really good today, it may be wrongly assume that you just want one thing. Not all the time, like not every single time. That's maybe they genuinely think you look good. But when a woman says it, it's like, there is no ulterior motive, like just something so genuine about it. There's something. So when a woman does it, you're like, you mean that? Like you've gone out of your comfort zone and you've complimented me and you mean that. Compliments are just very specific. They're very specific. They're true. Really bugs me when people think that this is for male validation. No, I love when the girlies say it. I love when, especially when like an older lady says it, like a 40-year-old, 50-year-old lady goes to me like, you look lovely. I'm like, again, that just feels so genuine and so real. So people like get annoyed at women for like trying to look nice at the gym. It really, really fucks me off, because I'm just like, no, you don't understand. It literally makes my day when a woman compliments me. If I post a story on Instagram, I'm only reading the replies from women. But like when men reply, I'm not being rude, but I don't read them, because I'm just not that like a man complimenting me doesn't mean anything. Like, you know, if it's from somebody I'm talking to, somebody I fancy, I'm like, oh, thank you, that's nice of you. But work out, I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to do it for me and for the girlies.
Women want the bears, and we want you to subscribe and help us hit 1,000 likes on this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion in the comments. It's important to us. All right then, let's get back to the video.
I'm getting ready for my second first date since being single. Let's have some boy chat. God, I forget how blind I am. My plan was to be in my no men, don't come near me till next year. But unfortunately, it's not gone according to plan. Shade 5.5 in Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filter will change your life. I'm now in the stage of men. They're so cute. Obviously, a lot of men suck, but oh dear. I've been in 2 long-term relationships and I never really dated people. The previous first date I went on, the guy basically did everything right. Like it was like tick, 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 but I just there was like red flags for me. I'd only ever met him once before our date. So that was really brave for me. You've got no idea. The date I'm getting ready for is with this guy who I actually have met before, and we have mutual friends. Oh my God. Also, okay, I don't know how to bring this one up. I bumped into one of you guys and they were like asking me like, oh my God, why'd you break up with your ex? I've been using this Huda Beauty brush to apply my blusher and I'm really enjoying it. When I post a guy I'm seeing online, I'm honestly only ever going to post like their best bits. It makes me question, like, should I ever share future relationships online? Because I feel like I'm just like making the person I'm basically going out with look amazing. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm someone who stays in a relationship until it is very much like there is nothing more to be salvaged. When people share their relationships online, they're only showing the perfect bits. So anyway, the date I'm going on tonight, it's like I'm first going for drinks with actually one of my besties and her boyfriend and this guy I'm going on a date with. And then we're going our separate ways and we're both going on a date. And then we're all joining up afterwards to go to one random's birthday drink somewhere else. I'm very relaxed about everything. Really enjoying myself at the moment, like having a good time. You know? Which is what it's all about anyway. Got to do eyeshadow, shit. It's honestly a disease how much I like men. I'm unwell. I figure out what I'm going to wear in the next video, but I love you so much. Mwah.
Take a look at how women are. One says she doesn't go to the gym for male validation. She doesn't even believe that herself. They all go so men will look at them. There's a reason women-only gyms went out of business, and now a lot of men are leaving co-ed gyms, fed up with that whole dynamic. Then you've got this over 35 snake oil saleswoman saying, I'm just not being entertained anymore. What is a man? A video game. She spends her time selling advice to lonely, clueless women who can't get a man, charges for mentorships to land high-value men. And she doesn't even have one herself. In other words, she doesn't use what she sells. And the last one is all smiles, starting her new ride on the carousel. Date after date, bed after bed. Believe me, nowadays they're all watching these videos, just waiting for the right moment to blow up stable relationships because they think the grass is always greener on the other side. The wall keeps claiming victims because the wall doesn't forgive.
Women.
In my mid-30s, I started saying I was 28. People always thought 25, 26. I'm now 43 plus, get told I look around 32, 33rds. At 35, set the clock back for 5 years. Because 30 is such a chic age. Nobody ever knows really with fit, well-kept women. If you told me you were 27, I would believe it. It's not intimidating. It's much easier to text or DM online versus in person. Guys are not going to ask anyone in person, and yes, all the videos shaming men has made worse. Asking in person has never been easy. I remember a cute girl caught my eye. My friend said I should approach her, so I did. As I started walking towards her, she just started slowly shaking her head, warning me to get away. You're not trying that again. We've been told not to bother women in public. I hold the door for anyone, and a woman said she can get her own door. I said, oh, I'm sorry, I was holding it for the guy behind you, BC. I'm not a jerk. For 20 years, men have been told to leave women alone and not harass you. Even to the point of laws making just saying hello verbal assault. So now we don't approach you in person at all ever. It's what you have told us to do. Oh my gosh, I gotta know what his audacity drove him to say when he showed back up at the door. They're not lonely enough. Also, they don't get to know where I live anymore until several dates in. The last one threw a tantrum because I wouldn't let him pick me up at my house. Do we think this is just one-sided? Men are doing the same thing. More men are buying homes, like women as well, living alone in peace and talk about relaxation. This goes for both sides. Then they comment on women's videos saying stay away from her to men after they just said they want to be single. They are so bothered that we are choosing to be single rather than being denied the choice to decide for ourselves.
Someone made a video saying that men are not attracted to bangs. I just want to say the men you want are definitely attracted to bangs.
You men do realize that women are choosing to stay single. They're choosing to be single than actually being single. I have a lot of men on my TikTok comment and they're like, oh, where's your ring? Oh, where's your boyfriend? Oh, where's your husband? Y'all, I choose not to have one. It's not because men don't try to talk to me. It's not because men aren't in my DMs. It's not because men don't want to take me out. It's not because men don't want to marry me. I'm choosing to be single, and I'm choosing not to have a man because it's embarrassing. Literally having a man right now is quite literally possibly the most embarrassing thing you could do right now. Like, it's kind of like an extracurricular activity or like a hobby you don't really want. It's like, why? Why? And I think it's so funny how men are so quick to hop on this app like, well, you're not married. Why would I want to get married to someone who's going to cheat on me? Every single person that I know that is married, about to get married, or in a relationship is either getting cheated on or literally miserable, and misery loves company and they just stay together. Does not sound fun. Literally, you're not selling me on the product at all. I choose to stay single because my expectations are not going nowhere, okay? My expectations are honestly still in the fucking gutter, to be honest, but I have self-worth and self-respect, so therefore I'm going to stay single because why would I just get a boyfriend because everyone's telling me to get a boyfriend and then have them treat me like shit and cheat on me? I'd rather just be single and do my own thing. But I just think it's hilarious how men like come on here and they're like, oh, well, you don't have a man. Yeah, I don't want one. I don't want you. I don't want one. Having a man is like having a child. I don't want to take care of anything. I don't want to take care of you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to listen to you just run your mouth about how you're going to do all these things for me and then don't. I'm single because I want to be. Not because men don't try to hit on me. And I want to make that very, very clear.
One thing is that there will always be men willing to sleep with you. Almost all women have that option, even the less attractive ones. But it's a whole different story when it comes to someone wanting to put a ring on your finger. At the end of the day, it's the man who chooses who to marry. The woman only chooses who she sleeps with. Looking at the real picture, more and more men are choosing to stay single. They're happier, their money goes further, they make faster progress, and most importantly, they have peace. And peace is exactly what every man is looking for. Also, that whole idea that all men cheat is pure myth. Current stats show that women cheat more, and they're better at it, too. So that fear you're feeling isn't really fear of being cheated on. It's the sting of rejection from men who are out of your league and simply don't pay you any attention.
Okay, controversial question, but I actually want to hear what other people think. Hear me out. Given the opportunity, with a 100% guarantee that nobody would ever find out and there would be zero consequences, do you think all men would cheat? Whether it's with their celebrity crush, supermodel, whatever it is, hall pass, I don't know. Like, given that opportunity, guaranteed, no consequences, do you think all or most men would do it? I think yes. I don't think all or most women would do it, however. I think women are more scared of feeling guilty and men are more scared of getting caught. Let me know what you think.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
My date just canceled on me tonight because he found my TikTok. And that's really, really unfortunate because this is like the first time where social media has been like a detriment. Not a detriment, but has like negatively harmed me.
Kudos to that man for having boundaries. But unfortunately, he still got a video made about him, which is honestly the entire missed point here. The problem is not that you're on social media. The problem is your content, because if you look at 3 or 4 videos back, every other video you're talking about some date. So yeah, if the man that's looking to take you out on a date finds your social media and your content is all about bashing guys that have taken you on dates, that is a man that is way smarter than signing up for that. Like, I don't know what to tell you, ladies. You think that men agree with you when you think that most men are terrible. Like, most men, especially good men, by the way, they know that most men are good men. I would actually question the men that say that there aren't good men out there, that they're mostly bad men. I would question those guys because I think they might just be projecting. But hey, that's my 2 cents, and let this be a lesson that it's not just about social media, it's how you present yourself as a whole in public, social media or not.
If a man really likes you, trust me, the first thing he is going to think is, I need to make more money. Men love high maintenance women. It is a thrill for any established man any man who's on his way up, on up and coming, who has money to provide and make sure that his high maintenance girl isn't even seen as high maintenance. It's just maintenance. Don't listen to what they're telling you. A man's biggest asset is the woman on his arm. It's his best jewelry, it's his best accessory. It says absolutely everything about that man. And so when you are high maintenance, beautiful, keep yourself together, have your hair done, have your nails done, know how to put yourself together, you are his best asset. Therefore, if a man is coming to you and saying, you're so high maintenance, number one, he just can't afford you. Men, stick to what you can afford. Stop trying to go up when you can't afford it. And girls, if he's telling you that, you need to run. Number one, he's jealous of you, and he's probably in his feminine. And number two, men love high maintenance women. It will help him achieve so much more when he's trying to provide for you. It's the truth. I'm sorry, this is just the truth of life. If those are not thoughts in his mind, I need to make more money to support this girl, to make sure she is provided for, to make sure she can live a step up from what she's currently living, he doesn't love you. Or he's happy at the level that he's at, and that's never going to make you happy. And if you take care of yourself, that should be a norm. So stop listening to these red pill men who say, stop being high maintenance, be the chill girl. Do not do that. The chill girl will never win. He will cheat on you with the 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 high maintenance girl. Honestly, a lot of men even have a kink with this. So stop listening to them. Listen to me. I'm telling you, mommy is telling you, be high maintenance. I love you.
Women today have developed the habit of going straight to TikTok after a date to spill every detail. Even if the date went well, they still make a video about the guy, sometimes to mock him, other times to say something nice through backhanded compliments. You're a product they review for their audience of bitter followers to rate. So props to that man who set boundaries and didn't let himself become her daily content. And about the hall pass, it's ironic coming from you. When a band or musician plays a show, dozens of women, many with boyfriends or husbands at home, end up backstage or at the hotel. The idea that a man would cheat with his dream celebrity is just fantasy. But women jumping at the first tattooed guitarist? That happens every weekend. And the last point, yes, there's some truth in it. A real man will always want to make more money, but not for you, and not to support your high-maintenance lifestyle. He does it for himself, to live the life he deserves, and to be able to choose the kind of woman he allows into it. Simple.
Alright guys, I'm going to an event and this is the outfit that I have chosen. I'm actually struggling. I'm so out of breath. I don't really know if I like it because it's really out of my comfort zone. So I'm going to a Christmas dinner, but it's also drinks as well. Anyway, so this is like a nice cinched blazer. I need to like tie these wee thingies so they're not dangling everywhere. Can you even see my shoes? And I feel like it matches, doesn't it? Or am I going crazy and it doesn't? I need to put earrings and jewellery and shit on. But I think I do prefer it with the blazer on. Like I think without the blazer it just looks weird. Even if I had the blazer open, because I am running out of breath. I was actually in the hospital this morning because I took too many tablets by accident, completely by accident. But I also found out that I have a super metabolism, so I'm completely fine. I'm just really out of breath and like low key. My stomach's killing me, but is this cute? Where's my earrings? Still need to do my lip gloss and stuff. I did mean to film a whole get ready with me for this, but I completely forgot about it. Well, I didn't even forget about it. I remembered and then I was like, I'm not even going to do it because I was just in such a rush. And I just took two ibuprofen there for my stomach. This one's so much recently, but I feel like it really goes. Yeah, oh my god, that goes so cute. Okay, we're doing this. This also kind of ties in with India's. Oh my god, I hope you can see my shoes because see when I'm looking at my shoes and like my big long mirror, I look like so, it's making, these shoes are making my legs look so dainty or something. So petite and tiny.
Has anyone else noticed that the single women of this generation are unlike anything I have ever or we have ever seen before? These are some of the most beautiful, stunning, stylish, like sexy women I have ever met, but they're also funny and kind and caring and ambitious and career driven, and they have the coolest lives and they have amazing hobbies. This generation of single women, they're gonna change the world. Like, I truly believe that.
What is your biggest niche pet peeve? This is mine. This just happened to me, so I'll say it as a story time. I'm walking into a coffee shop
I grab the door. There's no one around me. It's just me. I grab the door handle. I open the door. And when I open the door, there's enough time for this person to just wait for me to walk through and then walk through. But this man sees me open the door. I open the door for myself. I'm about to walk through. And he walks towards me. And basically, I have to step like this. And he walks through the door and he goes, "Thank you." My jaw, I swear to you, I was like this. Because not only is that rude, but as a man, you should not be letting women hold the door open for you. You should not, if anything, he saw me coming in because the windows were tinted. So why not just wait a second? Or, here's the other thing, and I'll probably get hate for this, I don't care. If you see a woman open the door as a man, and maybe it's a door that opens out so you can't open it for her, go like this, you go like this, and you hold the door. You hold the door like that, and you let her walk through, and she says, "Thank you." And then you proceed with your day. Or, you step aside, you let her walk through, and then you walk out. Especially if you have your girlfriend with you. You definitely don't walk out without her. You wait a second, you let the one woman walk through, or you help her, and then you open the door for your girlfriend, and you let your girlfriend walk out. I don't know. I don't care. I think it's a man's job to open the door. I will die on that hill if I were dating somebody, and I will literally, on dates, walk up to the door and stand there. Because can I open the door for myself? Of course I can. Of course I can. But it's the fact of I want to be with someone that wants to open the door for me. I also think that that's a man's job. Just like if I go out to eat with my mom, like I'm opening the door for my mom. It's a respect thing. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's my niche pet peeve. What's yours?
So let me get this straight. If you grew up without a father, then it's your fault for being promiscuous, even though he's the one who left. And if you're a single mother, then it's embarrassing for you. And it's also your fault that you couldn't find a better man or make him stay. And if you marry a guy for money, then it's your fault for being so shallow that you'd marry someone for just that, even though he's likely marrying you just because of your appearance. And if you choose to opt out of dating altogether and just be single, then you're a crazy cat lady and everything you say is invalid. Basically, every time a man fails you or you choose yourself, the blame will somehow always fall back onto you as a woman. I wonder if there's a word for a societal system that always finds a way to blame women for the shortcomings of men. And there is a word, and it's patriarchy, and we're still in it.
The only thing women are achieving is eternal singleness, a female loneliness epidemic, and more men choosing to be alone. These career-focused women are crashing headfirst into the wall. Look at this. She spends 2 hours getting ready for a dating event that'll probably be empty. You fought for 50 years to open your own doors, and now you're offended when a man walks in first because it's his turn. You chose equality. Now deal with the consequences. Men no longer have to be chivalrous when there are no ladies in sight. And no, it's not that men are failing you or that the patriarchy is oppressing you. It's that women now also pursue only their own benefit in relationships, and men have simply learned to do the exact same. That's not patriarchy, that's real life. And funny how the thousands of happily married women, being homemakers and raising families, never show up in these videos. Now let's check out some interesting comments. Free speech has consequences sometimes. Men are becoming self-aware. Good on him for having boundaries and enforcing it. I don't blame him. I always tell my son to look at the girl's social media before he decides to go out with a lady. Their content is very telling. I was a touring musician for 12 years in my 20s and had plenty of opportunities, and sorry to say, I took full advantage. Something happened when I turned 30 and turned my life around because it got harder and harder to look in the mirror and guilt was eating me alive. I found the most wonderful mate, and even knowing my past, she married me. I never cheated again, even though I still had opportunities. I like the peace I now have and no longer have the guilt eating me alive. We're going on 33 years together, and no amount of beauty, seductiveness, or money will ever be enough to make me cheat again. I can't speak for all men, but for this man, my answer is a no. I don't do guilt well and have absolutely no desire. In short, I love my wife. I've never cheated, plenty of opportunities where it would have been easy to get away with. When I date, my partner is the only one I have romantic feelings for. That's like saying it's not my fault I failed a class because I had bad prof. Even my mother blames me for my failed marriage. So does everyone else. I think it's shared blame, but my wife and I are from matriarchal families. It would be easier if one of us cheated. The assumption is that most single mothers chose to end their marriages for invalid reasons, or they should have seen the signs that the man is no good before getting pregnant. These men genuinely do not believe in equality. They try to say they do, that men and women are different, but it's a lie. They want inequality. The only option is shunning. I think the first two are valid reasons to partially blame yourself. It's no one's business how a woman chooses to present herself, but it's a choice. I'll admit men will have an easier time finding great women, but still if you end up with bums back to back to back, then maybe consider it might be partially your fault. Women want the bears, and we want you to subscribe and help us hit 1,000 likes on this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion in the comments. It's important to us. Alright then, let's get back to the video.
How to stay detached in the talking stage. Despite what everyone may think, I've become very good at this because I used to be very obsessive when it came to dating and falling in love with every guy I was talking to because I am a hopeless romantic and I always thought that everyone I was talking to was going to be my husband. So here are my tips on how I've stopped doing that. Number one, go into it with a mindset that I'm in this for a good time, not a long time. Because you really never know if it's going to be a long time or not. And I think it's important to enter it with the mindset of I'm just dating to have fun and I'm dating to enjoy this person for the time that they're in my life. And that's okay, that not everybody is going to be my long-term partner. 2, leaving at the first real red flag. Okay, if they're not treating you with real respect and you're not getting a good vibe from them off the bat, it's probably going to stay that way. And this probably isn't your husband. If they're not treating you right in the talking stage, they're not going to treat you right when you're dating or, God forbid, if you're married or anything beyond that. Do not treat texting them like it's something that you have to do. Make sure that you're busy enough in your day-to-day life that you are not sitting there waiting for their text and like being on your phone while you're doing something that you love because you're like, I have to text them back. I have to text them back. No, you don't. Enjoy what you're doing and live in the present moment. And you can get back to them at any time. You don't owe them anything. You barely know them. You don't have to text them back. You text them back when you feel like it. Okay. And this is something that I've really done recently. And it's honestly weeded out a lot of people that I would not want to be in a relationship with because they feel the need that I need to be texting them all the time. And I'm a busy girl. I have hobbies and you should too. And you should enjoy those hobbies and the people around you and your present moment and not have to text somebody back that's not even exclusive to you. Lastly, number 4, keep your options open. I might get hate for this one, but if you're just in the talking stage, keep your options open. Why are you acting exclusive to somebody that you're not exclusive with? It doesn't make any sense. And trust me, I've done this. I've cut off people because I was talking to someone and I was like, this is my husband. I need to like be loyal to him. No. Unless they've given you a reason and you've had that discussion and you've established that you don't want to be talking to other people, there should be no reason why you're closed off to getting to know other people. I hope this helps and maybe a part 2 incoming.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Man having a job is not a reason for him to be a crappy partner and a crappy father. Women work. They show up. Women are wives and mothers and employees and friends and sisters and so on. Women do it with uneven hormones and they're more productive than men. On a good day for a woman, we're like 20 times more productive than a man. And on a bad day, we're as productive as any general man. What do single men do? Like, how do they survive? Like, obviously, they're not surviving very well. But if you think that a wife is simply reprieve from cooking and cleaning, that's insane. Like, ladies, listen to what you're getting yourselves into. When a man is looking for a wife to cook and clean for him, he's looking for a provider. He is looking for a woman to provide for him, and yet he's calling you a gold digger if you want him to pay the bills. Traditional marriage is a horrible setup because men should financially provide for you and not expect your labor. That's an indentured servant. It's indentured servants that work for free for shelter and food. I thought being a wife was supposed to be about romantic love in this modern day and age, but I guess it's really not so far from whatever it was in the past. If you think he can't do his own laundry because he spends 40 hours a week in an office, you're infantilizing men. And if he honestly cannot do it, why would you marry that? Why would you marry a burden? Why would you marry a hardship? Men are always like, oh, she does nothing for me. They won't marry you. They will not marry you if you are not providing for a million aspects of their lives, because they don't have much going on. They can't do much alone. They need you. Marry a man who has his stuff together and knows that women are people and understands what women bring into a life.
Sometimes I wonder when a woman is finally going to take responsibility in her life. They want a man who provides 100%, but don't want to offer anything in return. What are you actually bringing into his life? If that man works for himself, cooks, cleans, and lives in peace, then you show up and want to enjoy it all without lifting a finger, not even cleaning the house you live in. The modern woman treats responsibility like it's kryptonite. Before, this will be my future husband. Now, I just want fun and to keep my options open. The result, 10 years later, 300 fun experiences and 0 ring. Well done, champ. That's the worst mindset a woman can have. Ends up with hundreds of bodies and 0 commitment. Instead of focusing on a man with principles who's actually looking for something real. Yet another one who jumped on the carousel willingly.
Women.
We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Why is it so hard for women to take responsibility? Have you ever dated a content creator of any kind? If you liked the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep making more content. Stay tuned for the next episode of The Wall.